We live in a culture of now. We need to learn to live in a culture of 10 years from now. Everything in life takes way longer than you think it will take. There's a quote, I think, from Tony Robbins. People underestimate what they can do. People overestimate what they can do in a day, in a month, but they underestimate what they can do in a year or 2 years or 10 years. We live in a culture of now. We live in a culture of young guys, 16, 17, 18 years old, going to the gym, and after 2 months of it, getting on steroids and hopping on the juice and getting on steroids. We just live in an endless culture of now where we just eat the thing that feels the best. We swipe right on the girl on Tinder or the boy on Tinder to get that feeling of, oh, they like me, they love me, they want to sleep with me, that means I'm valuable. We live in a culture of now. I need an instant, immediate gratification. I post pictures. The less articles of clothing I have on, the more likes I will get on the picture. We live in a culture of now. And we need to learn to live in a culture of 10 years from now. There is no such thing as an overnight success. It actually just doesn't happen. Because you could look at the overnight successes or the child prodigies, and you realize that they've put in 10 years worth of work. I've talked about this before, but with Mozart, he put in 10 years worth of work before he hit the age of 12 when he was a child prodigy. But was he really a child prodigy? He'd been playing for 10 years. He'd been writing for 10 years. I mean, yeah, he's technically a child, and he's really good, but it's because he's put in 10,000 hours of practice, however many thousands of hours of practice he had put into that point. Obviously, I'm sure he had a knack for it to a point, but also at the same time, too, he was just a man who just happened to be young, who got into it really young. Same thing with Tiger. Tiger was a child prodigy. He was on the Golf Channel when he was 2-3 years old hitting golf balls because things just take time. Things take years and years and years to get good at. We live in a culture of now. It's why the buy now, pay later schemes, they make me so mad because it just feeds into the culture of now, feeds into the culture of we need this 5 minutes ago. Why can't Amazon get it here tomorrow? Same day delivery. I'll pay an extra $80 for it to get here yesterday. People, we live in an endless culture of now, and we can't just think about 10 years from now. The thing is with the culture of now that's the most damaging is that wealth has never been easier to obtain. So what I mean by that is it takes time for it to actually obtain the wealth. But if you look at the stock market, if you just would have been patient over the last 10 years, over the last 20 years, over the last 30 years, however old you are, 5 years, and you just put money in, you just never touched it, you would have made 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x the amount of money you put in. If you just touch it, you put it in, you don't touch it, you just leave it, and then you just check back in on it every month just to see how it's doing. We live in a culture of now where we need the nice car now, the nice house now. We need this, and this. We need the body now. I got to take steroids. All this stuff. Living in a culture of now, it has its consequences. You just don't feel them until you're older. Consequences do exist, and they will always exist. That's a great thing about life is no matter, when you were a kid, the bully, that's what they would tell you. So the bully, he would beat you up, blah, 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 blah. But you knew when he was 20, 25, 30 years old, he would just sort of be the same guy, and you could go on and move past that and be a successful person. Life has consequences. And we live in a culture of now. And because we live in that culture, people have forgotten that stuff takes time. Shit takes time. That's just the thing. It just takes time. If you want to do this thing, you want to build this business, it just takes time. Day in, day out, you have to show up, show out. I have 20. Here's an example. This is episode 13 of this podcast. I will give you some statistics. I have 87 plays on every single podcast for the entire length of this on Spotify and Apple. And I'm almost certain that 30 to 35 of those are me and my wife. So you're talking about 40-ish, 50-ish plays from people I don't know. Next, let's look at the subscribers on YouTube. I have 28 subscribers. I've posted 41 videos on this channel. I've posted 13 episodes. How many people would stick through it this long? A culture of now. I know what I'm doing is right, but I know that I need to think. I talk about it in 2, 3, 4, 5 years when people are actually watching, when there's some audience. That's what I'm focused on. Let's go over to TikTok. I have posted how many videos onto TikTok? So we're looking at TikTok here. I have my podcast, Dear Young Men Podcast. I have posted looks like about 30 videos, and I have 110 followers. We are so obsessed with this culture of now. We need it yesterday. We need it 5 minutes ago. Can I pay extra? I need it now. I can't be patient. I can't wait. This culture of now is killing us. It's the reason you will fail. It's the culture of now being greedy for now and not thinking about tomorrow, the next day, a month, a year from now. It's why people, I think, are so overweight. It's why people don't work out. It's why people don't invest. It's why people have so much stuff. It makes them feel good in the moment. Retail therapy, it makes them feel good in the moment. And then years pass and they go, I've never even used that thing once and it cost me $1,500. It cost me $500. Why didn't I just invest that money? Every 7 years, the stock market doubles. If I just would have invested that money 7 years ago, I'd have another $3,000 instead of the $1,500 junk thing that's now worth $200. We live in a culture of now. Stop living in a culture of now. Live for a culture of tomorrow. Let's create a culture of tomorrow, a culture of 10 years from now. That's what we need to be living for. We need to be living for the future and not living in the moment. And living in the moment idea is wrong and it's never been right. The Bible, it's nothing talks about that in the Bible. Living for now. Do the thing that makes you feel the most good right now, the most gratifying. No, we're trying to live for tomorrow, to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And the only way to do that is to be patient and not live in the moment, not live for now, not live for this, only this moment. I just need this car. I just need this house. I just need this gizmo. I just need this gadget. Stop doing that. You're killing yourself. Thank you for watching. This has been, or listening, this is Scott with the 13th episode of the Dear Young Men podcast, and I will see you for the 14th episode next week. Peace.